when you're having intrusive negative thoughts, don't buy into the false belief that they have control over you. You have the ability to shift the way of your thinking. And I don't mean to say in the way of you're feeling a certain way and you don't want to feel that way, so you just start thinking you want to be happy or whatever and you just start being happy. I don't believe in that kind of, I suppose, toxic positivity or whatever you would like to call that. It's more about acknowledging how you feel and talking to yourself in a compassionate and all-encompassing, loving way, in maybe a way that you haven't even received before. And I know that it's hard to know what to say when you haven't experienced it, but you just need to think about how loving you are to other people and how you speak to other people when they're struggling. For example, the other day I was having really, really negative thoughts about myself and probably life and that kind of thing. And I know that it's a lot to do with the fact that my partner has been working away a lot this year, and I've never had a partner who has worked away before. And on top of that, my cat Vixen passed away about 3 weeks ago. And I am really hurting in a way that I don't think many people can see or actually know. And the people who do acknowledge how rough it's been for me, I really, really value. So if that is you, thank you. It means the world to me. So in that moment where I was having these negative thoughts, I thought to myself, well, first of all, I acknowledged that I was having these thoughts instead of continuing to play them out. I was like, okay, I'm having a lot of really negative thoughts about myself right now. And I said, I can see that I'm really hurting. So I'm acknowledging that I'm hurting, and the hurt is part of why these thoughts are coming through. Funny enough, I was actually sitting exactly where I am. And then I was like, okay, well, what do I need to hear from myself right now? And how can I love and support myself through this? Because I don't deserve this. I don't deserve to be thinking about all these negative thoughts and feelings and making myself, who is already hurting, feel more horrible. So I was sitting, you might see, let me turn the camera around. I was sitting here and I saw this, and I was hearing my spirit guides talking to me at the same time, and they said to say these out loud because I was just sort of reading them in my head. I was like, okay, I am capable. I am wonderful. I am a star. I am infinitely blessed always. I am an integrated whole being. And I also said, I'm infinitely blessed always, even if it doesn't feel like it in this moment, which was really acknowledging where I was at in that moment. And even though I said it through crying and pausing and holding myself, I still said it out loud. And guess what? It actually did help quite significantly. And that's probably one of the first times in the last 3 weeks that I've had the awareness and the ability to actually do that, because I was just in survival mode. And truth be told, I have been having a natural antidepressant to actually help me come through survival mode into where I am now. And the idea of doing that for myself, because I've never been the biggest fan of antidepressants, especially not the really chemical ones. I just didn't want to be struggling so much anymore, and it's beautiful and wonderful that I can be such a bright light and a beacon of hope to so many people. And a real turning point for me was when I said, you know, if I can't be happy, then at least I can make other people happy. And it was really sad, and like I said, a really big turning moment for me, where I was like, I need more support and I need to lean into that. And it was actually a little bit difficult, because I feel like I was already having a lot of love and support and seeing, I had 2 healers and 2 therapists, and I still was really struggling. And this was before Vixen passed away, by the way. The last year or so, I have, pretty much from October last year until this year, I have been really unwell on and off, and that really plays around with, it really played with my mind, and I felt really lost and confused a lot of the time. And I don't know if you guys know much about it, but there's what we call the tarot card of the year, where you put your birth date except for the year, and you put the year that we're currently in to find out, when you add everything together, what your tarot card of the year is. And if you are curious about it, let me know and I'll help you out, how to figure out the number and what card. But what I would like to say about that is, I have been in the moon tarot card of the year, and it is actually wild how much it has been exactly like the energy of the moon card, which I'm not going to go into right now, but it's been really wild. And finding out that Vixen was actually really unwell, and that I had been having thoughts and feelings about this within this year specifically. And yeah, she was really unwell, and so I have been really unwell. And because I was unwell, I was spending a lot of time in bed with Vixen, which I'm honestly deeply appreciative of, because we got so much time together in the last almost 11 years. Just, we got to spend so much time together, and we had such a strong bond and connection that is irreplaceable. And I know that, and I have felt her and I have seen her in spirit since then, and it's obviously incredible to experience her in that way, and I'm really, really lucky in that respect and blessed. It's also not the same. So just like with Dad, I was experiencing him in spirit and still do, and more strongly. They say, so I experienced him in the in the spiritual, and even with my dreams and stuff, and we have a even more beautiful and stronger connection now than we ever have had before, which is great to remind myself about Vixen too. And yeah, it's not the same. They're not physically here anymore, and I need to continue to allow myself to grieve that aspect, because some people say that within like 2 years or whatever stupid thing that I heard, you should stop grieving or whatever, and I just don't agree that that is what we should be told and what is normal, because everybody grieves differently and everybody has their process. And if we're told something like that, and we're not actually in alignment with it, then we might blame ourselves or think something's wrong with us or we're broken. And I don't believe that we're ever broken per se. We just have been told these things in the past, and it's just the voices that continue to carry on, and the pattern that continues to be recreated. But the whole reason I started this, apart from sharing, I guess, my processes and what I've been going through, is that even when you're having negative thoughts and they feel intrusive and that's all you can think about, don't buy into the false belief that they are in control. You are the creator and co-creator of your reality, and you can empower yourself by your awareness, and in that moment acknowledging, whoa, I'm having a lot of negative thoughts right now. Why is this happening? In my case, it was, I'm hurting so much right now, and my pain was outweighing my coping mechanisms, which sometimes results in having suicidal thoughts. And it's not that I wanted to end my life or to not be here anymore. In this case, I actually was just really hurting and having a lot of negative thoughts. And my spirit guides, I heard them loud and clear for the first time in a while, and I was able to have the awareness to be like, you know what, I'm going to say some positive affirmations, as I shared earlier, and it really helped me. And I've honestly been struggling with the social media aspect lately because I don't know if my videos are reaching the people that I feel like they need to be reached, or if, I don't know, that let's put it this way. I feel like I don't have enough, or I haven't had enough video or social media, what's the word, engagement for a while, and that's why I sort of tapered off my videos and things so that I could focus on stuff that were actually making a difference and really mattering. I do want to reach a wider audience, and I just don't think social media is going to be that for me right now, and maybe even ever. So yeah, that's what I've been sort of battling with. But I thought, you know, even if this video reaches one other person, or even, well, honestly, just doing this video for myself right now is really beneficial for me. And if it reaches one other person, then that's amazing. Because it's not about seeing the likes and the comments. I know that the likes and comments help with the algorithms, but what is the most important thing to me is that what I share and express and experience reaches the right people, and that it helps them in some way, shape, or form, because this is valuable communication. If you've watched this far, thank you so much for honestly just watching this video, being here, doing the work for yourself, witnessing me in all my vulnerability and my lack of finding words sometimes, and struggles to communicate, and still loving myself through it, and being patient and supportive. And thank you for your love and support. Truly means a lot to me. If you're grieving, please be gentle with yourself. Everyone grieves differently. and you have your own divine timing and processes. If you're struggling, please reach out, not even just to me as a professional for therapy, which I'm still doing, by the way, but also just connect with your loved ones who are close to you, who you can share what you're going through and, ask, do you have the capacity, the space and the time to just listen to me, because I've been going through a rough time right now, and just see what they say. Sometimes we don't really know how much people care about us or how close they consider us as a friend until we actually lean in and give them the opportunity to be there for us too. And if you're anything like me, you've been there for your family, friends, partners, lovers, even complete strangers so much in your life, and you deserve to have that back, because it's an incredible feeling, and it's amazing to be deeply loved and supported by others when we're in the most roughest or darkest times of our life, and it's amazing to be loved and supported by others when we are feeling like ourselves and feeling empowered and successful. And it's amazing to be loved and supported by others even if we don't actually need it in the moment. It's just nice to feel and to have. I wish you the ability and the capacity to love yourself to the deepest that you have ever loved yourself yet, and to receive even more love and support by others. We are truly blessed to be alive and to be here, even when it doesn't feel like it. It's all part of our growth and evolution and our unique soul path journey that we are on as well. Enough from me. Take care of yourself. Have a beautiful week wherever you are in the world. Please take care of yourself and lean in for that support, because it is often there. Sometimes we just don't know until we ask. I love you. Bye for now.